We are now live.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Painted Arrow podcast. We are in the studio today with Travis Osborne, myself, and spring has sprung.
Spring has sprung. There's a wasp in the building, so
Rick almost needed to turn the air conditioning on.
we're right on the edge. Outside, actually, I would say that outside, if we had that heat in here, we would need the air conditioning on, but this building is insulated, so we still have a little bit of...
Last night's cool.
Yeah.
Coolness.
Feels good.
It's trapped. It's beautiful. But you do need sunglasses, which is that's a blessing.
Yeah, it is.
Any day of full sun in the state of Michigan is a blessing from straight above.
A rarity, yeah. Nate likes the sunglasses so much that he actually came in and tried wearing them in the office for probably a good hour this morning.
I liked them.
Yeah.
I have sensitive eyes, so I either wear like a pair of blue light glasses, or you can just wear your polarized. Same deal. Anyway, So welcome back, everybody. We're happy to be here. We're happy to be on the podcast today. And for those of you who are listening, we wanted to say thank you by allowing you to use promo code podcast on our website, paintedarrow.com. Gives you 10% off any order. It's a winner. It's a no-brainer. Get on there, check out some of the new products. It even gives you 10% off our brand new product, the Shot Mag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's turkey season. So like if you're into that kind of thing, which you should be, you can mount the Shot Mag to your shotgun and film your hunt.
Yeah.
Something we've been doing recently, Trav, you've been very involved in this, but we just selected the Mag 5, top 10. And we did a lot of those videos that you personally edited where it was like this reveal footage. So Devin and I are sitting in the studio. We see the video for the first time, and it's like a reaction video.
Yeah.
And that got a little bit of hype.
It did. Yeah, people seem to like that.
Oh, yeah. Like everybody was like, oh, these are great. Keep them coming. Like, hey, they almost like Devin and I bickering back and forth more than the actual videos.
It's always been a big part of our brand, yeah.
And so what I wanted to say on this line, like, we want to do more of these.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do more of these. And the amount of people that reached out kind of like on social media, where we posted them, whatever platform that was, people were saying like, hey, well, I got some footage on my phone.
Yeah.
What, how do I send it? Well, first off, if you have something on your phone, anything, any hunting footage, it doesn't even have to be on the Mag Pro, send it to us.
Yeah.
Like, it's what we do. That's like what we do. We would love to see the footage, but if you are using your cell phone specifically and, you're using our products, we especially want to see it.
Yeah, send that stuff over to the competition page, which is Mag 5 competition that we do every year. It's like a yearly roundup. There's a link for that right on our website. Real easy to get to. It's right up in the top header. Submit your footage. And like I said, that was if you've seen the clips that are on all of our social media right now, these reaction clips, those were pulled from, if you didn't already know, the Mag 5 competition. And a lot of you guys probably already know this because you're podcast listeners and we did a whole podcast on it. But if you didn't know that, that's what those clips are being pulled from. And those clips become valuable not only as a way for us to make sure that our products are performing the way that they want to perform, but also they are, I think you would agree with this, they're motivational pieces for us, right?
Oh, big time.
Where it's like, heck, people are actually out there doing the thing with our products. It's an honor for us, but it's also just like an exciting thing. Like me going through all that footage, because I had to go through the actual full bulk of that online submission folder. I can't tell you how jazzed I was to get
you were texting us in the group, and you're like,
it's like, dude, come on.
This is really getting me jazzed to go hunting again. Yeah, no, that was really well said. It was really well said. Like,
you seem surprised.
It's very, we've said this many times before, but I'm going to say it again. It's an honor to like go into the woods with you with your bow, like something that you mount to your weapon. Like it's almost like a privilege.
Oh yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah. People are extremely anal with their bow saddles, as they should be, because it's something that's going to either make or break your ability to harvest animal, and to have people that bring us onto their weapon, and then even more so have the satisfaction of actually harvesting an animal with that, and then them coming back and being like, I'm glad that I spent this money. Like, this was money well spent. To us, that's the most valuable feedback that we can get.
Yeah, 100%. And a lot of guys and gals will like send us footage, like right in like a direct message format. And usually what I do is I copy and paste the link and say, send it here.
Yep.
And the reason is it keeps it all the footage in one spot, A, and B, it doesn't compress your footage. So it doesn't like lower the quality.
Yeah.
So it's better to do it that way. Again, Trav said it, but go to the website, hamburger button at the top menu, submit your footage. It's super easy.
Hamburgers, yeah.
Hamburgers. So yeah, we're going to do more of those. We got a lot of good feedback. If you want your hunt, reviewed, send it in. We really appreciate that. Facility update. This is kind of like, this podcast is going to kind of be just a little bit of an update. Not going to be a long one here. But wanted to just get on here, talk about the facility, because I've had a lot of people actually, hey, what's the deal with the new facility?
Yeah.
If you're tuning in for the first time and you didn't know this, because I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast. Yeah, we did. But we did a big video that we put out on social media. We bought a facility probably 2 months ago, and it's a fixer-upper. It's in the hometown. And it needs literally everything. It's an empty space right now. The drywall's not finished. When we bought it, it basically had a newer furnace put in there just to check the box of like somebody could get a mortgage on it. So this gentleman basically just fixed it up just enough to get it to the point where he could get somebody to get a loan.
Just enough for us to have it. Yeah.
Just for enough. Yeah. So it needs everything. The drywall's unfinished. There's no bathrooms. The concrete's in disarray. Like the outside's all rough. Everything.
Yeah.
Needs a sidewalk. Needs car bumpers where you park. It needs. It does not need a roof. That's a good news.
We've got a roof.
We've
got walls too. Believe it or not, we've got windows. We've got a plethora of broken tiles in there right now.
Yeah. Parma, Michigan.
Baby.
Little, small, one blinker town. If you blink, you miss it. And then we like it that way. So
yeah, we do.
Anyways, I just want to give an update what we're doing. So we kind of, I'm kind of general contracting this entire project, and we're trying to do like all of these renovations without having to take out a huge loan or anything like that. We're trying to do this piece by piece, brick by brick when we can do it, and just make the transition over from where we currently are operating into there. And so what kind of happened was, just to be transparent, we got into a point where we started getting some pricing on like polishing the floors and the interior for concrete. We're going to make it really nice in there. And I soon realized how expensive that process was going to be.
Yeah.
And our current drain system like drains underneath the concrete. Like they cemented in when they originally built the building years and years ago, cast iron into the cement. And we knew this when we bought it because we had the whole thing inspected and scoped, but like the drains are like kind of towards their last leg.
Yeah.
And so our thought was originally we'll just deal with that when it kaputs. And then we started getting some of these prices on the concrete, and we're like, we don't want to have these guys come back out, cut these out. Like, let's figure this out now. So that kind of was like a little bit of a holdback in the, in the original stages, just to kind of get some traction and get the building moving. But we got a good handle on that, and we are currently in the process of putting in bathrooms. And that it's a commercial building, there's code and inspection, and you got to pull the permit, the whole thing. So like we're currently doing that. Like that's like the first thing we're going to tackle. We kind of rearranged some of the furnace things and reran ductwork properly for our, layout that we're going to have in there. But we have been in there, you and I, what we're going to do today. Tell them what we're going to do today, Trav.
Yeah. So first off, a little glimpse into Nate. He walks in yesterday and he says, Trav, I'm going to put you to work today. And I said, yeah. And he goes, we're going to go and clean out some tile out of the old building. And it turns out that, unbeknownst to me, he had gone the day before and chipped up an entire. If you've watched our little intro video on social media, there's a whole corner basically of the building that is going to be split into a office for Nate and Dev, and then a studio for basically what we're doing right now for all of our filming stuff, and that's kind of where I'll be set up as well. But it's a decent little chunk there. It was all covered in tile.
In terms of the room that we're in right now,
yeah.
How much bigger do you think that studio is going to be?
Just the studio space, or the studio plus your
studio?
I would say it's like another half a size bigger. So like if you take this room, cut it in half, and then add that half on.
1.5.
Yeah,
I'd agree. Yeah,
right about there. It's going to be really nice.
However, be an upgrade. It'll be an upgrade.
It's a huge upgrade. Because we're also starting from kind of ground zero on it, and it's going to be cool. But all that to say, Nate had spent all of his time literally chipping up this heavy ceramic tile that had been laid in that space, to the point where all this tile was now sitting in broken pieces all over the floor.
Yeah.
This is like heavy duty tile, like ceramics.
Like what do you think? 3x3 squares?
Yeah.
4x4, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And they add up quick in terms of weight. It goes quick. And so he's like, hey, we're going to go and we're going to pick those up today, and we're going to get rid of them. And I said, first off, I was not at all dressed for this. Had no idea this was happening. Literally, I was going into town later that night.
I gave you a preview, I swear.
You did not give me a preview, and so I had like on my dress boots, like my brand new jeans. I was like, oh crap! And I was like, Nate, where are we gonna put this? And Nate's like, not quite sure yet, but we're gonna figure it out. And so we went over there yesterday, and we probably like 600 pounds worth of. We only got half of it.
Well, you're missing a step.
Oh, wait. What was it? Oh, yeah. We didn't have any dump trailer or anything.
Yeah, so I called a good friend of ours, Brandon, who is a listener of the podcast.
Yeah,
Shout out to Brandon.
Ayo.
Called him early in the morning, or I think I shot him a text. It's like, hey, can we borrow your dump trailer?
Crickets.
No response.
Crickets, yeah.
And so I got antsy, and that's when I think I told you we're
just going to do it. And I was like, well, what are we going to do it with? And we ended up literally dumping out our trash cans, which are like oil, like plastic oil. What would you call those?
There's those totes that you put underneath a dock to make them float.
Yeah, those guys.
And if you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, they're basically like big old oil bins.
Big blue barrels.
Yeah, big old barrels. That's what I was looking for. We dumped all those out, so we had 3 of those in the office as trash receptacles. We dumped those out. Put them in the back of my truck, drove there.
Grabbed some shovels, grabbed some gloves.
And started, hucking tile. And there was so much dust in the air. Or I hope it's dust, honestly. I don't know what it was. It's probably ceramics and
it's good for you.
Grout, whatever it was. I don't know about you, but so we did that for a couple hours. And then we had to run stuff back and forth. You can tell them what we did with that. But I don't know about you. When I got home, I put a Kleenex up my nose. It just came out black.
Yeah.
And my lungs were like, I was hacking all night.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I wasn't hacking.
Well, you covered your face most of the time, I noticed. I probably should have done something like that. But what did we do with the tiles? Because I think that's almost even better, because we didn't know where we were going to put these things.
Yeah, so I called Dev. And I was like, hey, Dev, what should we do with these old tiles? He's like,
where on your property should we get rid of these old tiles?
I said, well, do you want them? Do you want them for any type of fill? And he has this little ditch, and he had some old drain tile that he was going to put down in the ditch and fill it over with some gravel. And I'm like, well, what if we just broke up the tile and threw it on top of it? And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. And
so Nate and I end up back in Dev's woods with just a massive amount of tile that we're dumping off the back of a pickup truck.
It was funny, actually. In the moment, we were both looking at each other like, this is a good idea. And then 2 barrels, in, we look at it like, it doesn't look very good.
No, man.
I got to go in there and fix that today. We're going to fix it.
We're going to fix it with a claw hammer?
We're going to just break it up a lot.
Fun. Yeah. All that to say, Nate did warn me yesterday. At the end of the day, he said, by the way, Travis, bring work clothes because we're working today. So
we're just trying to save money when we can. And this isn't the busiest time of year. So
no, we're getting it's there's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of manual labor.
It keeps you honest.
It does.
It feels good too to stretch your legs. It's a nice day. We got what we needed to get done. We're going to record this podcast and we're going to go take the second load and be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the best part is Brandon calls me this morning. Or no, sorry, it was last night.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, yeah, use that dump trailer anytime you want to. And I'm like, that'd have been nice to know. We kind of already got the answer.
We were hoofing it, man.
But yeah, I mean, the facility's a big deal. It's like one of those things that's just like in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And like, again, like I'm general contracting the whole thing. I'm kind of finding people to do the next thing that needs to be done, making sure they understand the,
parameters. Yeah.
exactly what we're trying to do. And I'm just trying to, manage that, which it's fun. Like I really enjoy that, to be honest with you. Like the building, I can do a lot of this work. It's just, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
Right.
You and Dev both don't have the time, and I don't have the skills. So
I'd prefer, like I enjoy the carpentry portion of stuff. Like I like framing. I like doing it, but
I don't have any of that gene, buddy.
You do.
No.
Everybody does.
Okay.
You know why? That. Because Jesus was a carpenter and we are all
yeah, but he was perfect and I'm not.
Sons and sisters of Jesus Christ. You got it in you. Everybody does. Just like hunting. That's how I view hunting. Like every man and woman is a hunter. At some point, your ancestors were out with a bow and arrow and they were throwing spears at buffalo and elk and bear. It's in your blood. Everybody. I tell everybody that. You're like, oh, I've never hunted. I'm like, you can do it.
You would love it.
It's just, it's in you. There's nothing you can do to.
I feel like you just said that to someone the other day.
I did.
Yeah.
I say it all the time.
There you do.
Okay. Turkey hunting.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to quickly touch on the turkey hunt video that we just put out.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have you talk about what you're going to do tomorrow morning. So, this property that we've been documenting, my property,
mm-hmm.
that we've been documenting this complete transformation of the woods. We took out 709 big old trees out of the property, which is 70 acres. It's 10 trees per acre.
Mm-hmm.
Huge logging project, just ginormous.
Yeah.
Cleared roughly 5 acres of like tillable ground, put in a food plot 2 Fridays ago. Mm-hmm. Which was a week before the opener in Michigan, the turkey opener. Mm-hmm. So we go in there, we lay a cover crop of, if you listen to the last couple podcasts with Spencer, we laid a cover crop of grains over top of the clover. And a week or so after, again, turkey opener. So I've been like monitoring heavily like the germination.
Yeah.
Every time I've gone back in the woods,
turkeys.
There were turkeys in there eating the grain off the plot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man.
Buffet.
Like this is going to be good. Like I didn't think about that until I saw the first turkey. I'm like, holy cow, this is going to line up perfectly for the opener.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes the opener. And the funny thing was, it was on a Saturday morning. Mm-hmm. And on Friday, I didn't end up going into work that day because I had to watch my boy at home. Remember that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Therefore, I forgot to even look or check or grab a shot mag.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Which is our brand new product, which we've been saying internally, like, hey, got to get some shot mag footage of the turkeys. It's got to. And I think we had sold out even.
We did. Yeah. I think we had one that was like our show shot mag or something that was sitting somewhere. Yeah. You had the opportunity, but it was...
You had found it like the day before on Thursday. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll grab it tomorrow. Didn't end up coming to work on Friday. And I don't live close to where we work. So I'm like, I'm not driving on, like I'm not coming to the shop on a Friday afternoon as I'm thinking about the turkey hunt on Saturday morning. Mm. So anyway, all this to be said, I went out turkey hunting without a shot mag. Mm-hmm. And it was like a really weird feeling I had. And I kind of felt like, man, I'm going to shoot something. This is going to be a missed opportunity.
And you did.
So got up, filmed the whole thing using my phone, my arm, and the Mag Pro arm.
Yeah.
So just a quick recap. You should definitely go watch a video. Trev edited up a really good, what's the title of that one?
Oh,
self-filming turkeys
is easy. Yeah. Self-filming your hunts is easy.
Just how easy it is.
Michigan opener.
So that's on our YouTube channel. Go check that one out. But basically, I'm in there. The birds are hammering off the roost. I kind of back off from the roost a little bit, set up on the food plot where I knew that they were coming through, put a Jake decoy out and two hen decoys with it. And like clockwork, man, it was about 8:30. The whole flock came in.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the whole flock.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're moving.
There was probably 6, 7, 8, something like that, Toms and Jakes total.
Yeah. They were like, they were on it.
They were beating up the decoy. They were not happy.
Yeah.
They came in hot to trot, and I had the Mag Pro arm on like a little piece of wood that was just like in this brush pile in front of me. I kind of like threw all this brush in there from the logging project just so I could like sit behind there during deer season and end up working out really nice. I had the camera running on my phone, and I picked the biggest one out and shot it.
You did.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a ton of fun.
Yeah. I believe your exact words were, "That was freaking sweet."
It was freaking awesome. It was, man. Usually I have to work a lot harder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, last year we tried going out and we actually filmed it together, and we worked real hard, and only to have a Tom come into probably like 50 yards and didn't like what he saw.
Didn't like the setup and left.
Yeah.
All that to be said, though, really should go watch that video. We put a lot of work into those. It's a good one. It ends in a kill. It shows you how to self-film using some of the products, using your cell phone, which you already own. But Trav, talk to me about tomorrow morning, because you're going to do something special.
Yeah, tomorrow morning I'm going to actually remember to take a shot mag and hopefully kill a turkey out at my family property. So this is the same family property that I do all my deer hunting at. So if you watch the video at all of my first ever bow kill last year, that we put up on our socials. This is the same space, but I have never hunted turkey in my life. So I'm taking my grandpa's old shotgun. Actually, this is grandpa's old land, so it's kind of special. Grandpa's old shotgun.
That's like very special.
Yeah. So we're mixing the old with the new, because it's like a 1960s or 70s Ithaca pump 12 gauge.
Remind me your grandpa's name?
Art Osborne.
Art's going with you tomorrow.
Art's going with me, and we're taking old school Art with new school shot mag, and we're going to combine the two and hopefully get some magic.
That's really beautiful. You better film the whole thing.
Oh, I'm filming the whole thing. Like we said when we talked about me going out last year for deer, it's practically a prereq. You can't work at Painted Arrow and not film your hunts.
I'm going to try and go with you. I think I have to.
You're going to try, yeah. We're going to see if this works out or not. But either way, I'm going to be out there tomorrow morning. It looks like we got some decent overcast weather. It should be fairly warm, honestly.
You're going to kill one.
I'm really hoping so. But Nate's kind of giving me the 5-minute breakdown today of how to turkey hunt, because I have no background. There's a possibility that Nate's not going to be able to come with me. And so it was even like questions like, well, have you ever used a turkey call? I was like, no. He's like, do you own one? I'm like, no. He's like, do you know how to sound like an owl? I'm like, no.
The owl thing's a new thing for me in the last 3 years. Mm-hmm. I used to just go out and call, and you just kind of learn by screwing up. But the owl thing is, if you can perfect your owl call, you're really just startling a turkey, and that tells you where it is. And I know you already know this, but for the people listening, you give them like a ho 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 ho, and you give them like something like that. You give them something like that. Ho 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 ho. And when they hear that, they shot gobble and they go.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so all that does is in the dark, they can't see you, but it lets you know, like, hey, they're over there.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of make a game plan. A lot of guys, and gals, they'll go and like they call put them to bed or put them to roost. So they like physically go out and watch them fly up a tree.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've never felt the need to do that. Like I just, you can get on them usually pretty easily in the morning. You go out in the woods, it's silent. You can make the owl call, and for 500 yards away, you can hear them. So it's like, there they are.
Okay, yeah.
This is my personal experience. A professional might say something else. But I think
that's a disclaimer there. Yeah.
You could go out in the woods probably and go, hey, and they'd,
Yeah,
and they'd
yeah.
let you know. But now it was just more natural.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, you might not need to do that. And I've noticed too, this might be something for you to understand if I'm not there tomorrow. I've noticed that the turkeys call more as it gets really close to daylight. Like 40 minutes, 30 minutes before, you might hear like just a random.
Yeah.
But they really start picking up the vocals right before they fly down.
Yeah.
And you can obviously hear them. You've heard them fly up and down because you've seen them in the woods hunting, and it's pretty obvious when they come down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the one that remember we went and sat accidentally about maybe 50 yards off of one last year when we did our turkey hunt. And remember we just gotten sat down and you looked up and it was silhouetted against the moon?
Yeah.
You're like, trap.
Dude, that was wild.
Yeah, and it came down right into us. Yeah.
That was actually, that was the closest I've ever been to a roosted.
That was, well, and the craziest thing is that it came to us.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was.
If it would have been Tom, we would have
we would have
shot it.
Killed that thing. Last year you had a bow as well. That would have been fun.
Wild.
Yeah.
Are you're not taking a bow because you're taking the shot mag? Yeah.
Yeah, shot mag. If we weren't doing the shot mag stuff, I might take the bow just because I feel really comfortable with my new bow. Man, it shoots like a dream.
It shoots like a dream.
Ooh, I love it. I really do. I love it. I feel blessed. Yeah.
The prime form.
Prime form. Yeah.
It's a slick shooting bow.
Spectre limbs, Morel risers. It's nice. It's kind of nice. A big deal.
Anyways, like I think you're gonna get it done tomorrow. I think Art's gonna really connect the dots for you.
Mm-hmm.
You probably would shoot 3 feet above the turkey's head, but I think Art's gonna just
calm me right in.
He's gonna blow it right down into it.
Yeah, either that or he's gonna accidentally break my gun on me. Art was not necessarily one that took care of his stuff super well. Yeah. His gun, it's got stories to tell.
I can't even imagine what the barrel of that gun has seen. The front of the barrel has seen some things.
It's seen some things. Honestly, the butt of the gun is also, the stock has seen some things. Holy cow. It's like,
rough.
Yeah.
That is so cool that you're doing that, man. I'm really fired up. So one other thing, I'm gonna give you a little tip here. I did tell you like how to kind of, I've always noticed that like an immature Jake decoy, you face it away, they like to come from behind and peck
at the head
on the back. You know how I learned this?
How?
It wasn't hunting turkeys. It was working for the turkey processing plant that I worked at.
Yeah.
As a flock advisor, you go out to these big barns. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. There's like a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And you'd have to cull the ones that got picked on because there's thousands of turkeys and then, like 10 of them. It seemed like it was like regular too. Like they'd pick on the weak person and all the turkeys would gang up and just peck literally peck it until it died.
Yeah. Yeah, they're ruthless.
And so they always would come back from behind and get it where the turkey couldn't see it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I've always done that. Like if I can, I'll face the male bird away
from where you think they're coming from.
And those toms come in, they don't like seeing an immature bird with a couple of ladies. Mm-hmm. And so they come in and they're like, whatever they do. I don't know what that noise is called.
Yeah, they get wide.
There's a name for that. I know what it is, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Turkey Processor.
It's like, man, I can't think of it. But there's a word for that noise. They go, and they come in and it's powerful. And if they are close to you, they gobble and it like shakes your bones. It's awesome. Anyway, I'm fired up for you, and I'm gonna.
You're already there in your head, and I like it.
I'm really fired up for you. You might have a lot of success. So,
well, I mean, you'll find out in the next podcast, or if you follow our social medias. If I get one, it'll be up there.
That's gonna be the next podcast for sure. We're gonna give these folks an update on what happened out in the woods.
It might be a short update.
Could be
a long one.
Could be a long one. Anyway, that's all we had for today's plan. We got to get over to the new facility and pull some more tile and clean it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then, going turkey hunting in the morning, and we got a big weekend. So
we do, yeah.
All right, guys. Oh, one more update. I just remembered. The Total Archery Challenge. Crystal Mountain. June 16th Let me confirm that date. June 13, 14, 15. We're going to be up there shooting, selling, boothing, vendoring.
Boofing.
We're going to be boofing.
Boofing.
That's a show we're going to be at. So if you're a Total Archery Challenge folk and you're going to the Crystal Mountain one, there's 3 of them. There's Boyne, Crystal, and then there's one up in the UP now.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll be there. We want to see you there. We'll remind you as that gets closer. But
yeah, looking forward to it. This will be my first ever TAC.
It's going to be a banger.
It's going to be fun.
All right, guys. We appreciate you listening along. And don't forget to see ya.
See ya.